because Rosie is a lot of effort. I love her to death, but she's hard work. Sweet, loving, kind, generous, but hard work. Rosie has Down syndrome, and everybody and their dog have been trying to get her into a special school for the past 3 years. But there's a problem. She's high functioning. She can tie her own shoes. Well, she can with the Velcro ones. She can spell her name, and she can go to the toilet. At 8, that's high functioning. Too high functioning to warrant a huge amount of money from the welfare system to fund her going to a special school with kids who need a lot more help with the basics than Rosie does. I get that. I understand that there are those with greater needs. And there's no way Abi can afford to send her to one. The costs really are astronomical. But I know Rosie, and she needs more than a normal state school can provide, even if she did have a better teacher than Wankstein. She needs one-to-one help in the classroom because she's vulnerable and easily manipulated by the other kids. Instead, there's a teaching assistant that helps 4 of them at the same time. 2 kids with ADHD, 1 with autism, and Rosie. It's not the teaching assistant's fault, but she can't cope with all that. No one could. The ADHD kids take delight in winding up Adam, autism kid, and then rolling around in fits of giggles while he starts ripping the room apart, and Rosie's left to her own devices. Last time I saw them, Abi told me that one time Rosie ended up wandering out of the classroom to go to the toilet, and the bell went and she ended up locked in. Rosie was in there for over half an hour while Abi was tearing her hair out, ready to call the police because she thought Rosie had been kidnapped. Yeah, I know. It's a shit school, but what can you do? You get what you get in this life, right? Okay. Anything else interesting going on? I ask. Abi shakes her head. Any job possibilities? She looks out the window. No. Abi used to be a social worker, but resigned when Rosie was born. Single mum, special needs baby. She just couldn't make it work. But now that Rosie's back in school, Abi's trying to find something. Maybe just part-time, to help make ends meet. I don't know how she's done it all these years. I know Rosie's dad hasn't helped at all. He can't. He's a dolie himself. Sorry, a dolie's what I call a lazy good-for-nothing who never gets off his backside to earn an honest wage. He just draws it from the dole, the benefit system, aka my bloody tax pounds at work. Hasn't got 2 pennies to rub together. Well, he has, but they both get spent in the pub. I shouldn't think of him like that, really. He is my uncle after all. But he's a proper prat. I know what you're thinking now. That makes Abi my aunt and me a disloyal cow, right? And I've got to admit, I did have a bit of a problem with this when I first realized that I had a crush on her way back when, at the dawn of time, like 6 years ago or something. But think about it like this. Abi and Uncle Kevin had a one-night stand, beer goggle-induced, I'm sure, and she got pregnant with Rosie. They never had a relationship, they didn't get married, and she can't stand him. If I had to apply that criteria to every woman who's had contact with my uncle, well, I'd have to call every woman in the northwest of England aunt. I mean about the no relationship, no wedding and can't stand him bits. I seriously doubt he's slept with half of Greater Manchester, despite what he says, or that he's got 7 kids to 7 different women. Still think I'm a disloyal cow for telling you he's a prat? I mean, you'd think you'd learn to bag it after 1 unwanted kid, but not my genius Uncle Kev. So, as far as I'm concerned, it takes more than a one-night stand to make an aunt. Rosie is my cousin. There's a DNA link. My sperm donor. Don't get me started.